All right, folks. My next guest played his college ball at the University of Oregon. Prior to that, he was an outstanding quarterback wide receiver during his high school playing days at Hightower High School in Missouri City, Texas. He had a brief stint with the Bears, Broncos, and Vikings of the NFL. He's now a member of the Canadian Football League's Hamilton Tiger Cats. Please welcome to the show, Bralon Addison. Hey, Bralon, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing? I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I'm glad to have you, man. And just talking to you before we went on the air, you're are you in Missouri City now?
Yes, sir. I'm in the Missouri City area, still back home, just training and waiting to go back to Canada.
So now this is one of the things I wanted to know because I know the CFL season it runs pretty much during the summertime. Am I correct?
Yes, a majority of it is during the summer. It starts about May, end of the spring, and then goes into the summer, through the fall, and then usually ends right around October, November.
So it is right around the time it gets cold, right?
Yeah, like they set it up to where playoff football is like it's real playoff football, like northern playoff football. It's cold in the playoffs, so
So now so you don't really have to spend any winter time there other than just right there at the sort of like the end of fall or beginning of fall, right?
yeah, no winter time. They get everybody in and out before the winter hits because the winters there are pretty brutal. So I don't think people will be moving around like that once those winters come on the football games.
Hey, I gotta say, man, you seem to be having some pretty good success up there in that CFL. I mean, and just what is the difference there? I mean, is it easier adjusting to the CFL style of play versus the NFL?
I just think it's better for players like myself as far as it's a lot of space up there, and when you get guys who are really good in space and you can just get on the ball and be able to make plays, I think it works better for them up there, especially because that field is so big, which is why they add another player onto the field. But I think it's just some of my best opportunity has come since I've been up there. Most of my opportunities down south haven't been very broad, but I enjoy playing up there. I'm having a lot of fun up there, and look to continue my career going forward.
That's pretty good. That is really good to hear. And earlier today, Braylon, I'm here in Tampa, Florida. Here, we're getting ready for Super Bowl 55. So I was watching National Signing Day. And do you recall that time when it was time to make that decision on where you were going to go to college?
Yeah, I actually do. I probably will never forget it. I was committed to Texas A&M for a long time, and right before signing day, I kind of decommitted. And I remember on Saturday announcing that I was going to go to University of Oregon, and I had all these Texas A&M reporters and things in the audience and the stands. So it was a pretty nerve wracking time for me.
So, Braylon, let me ask you this also, because in high school you enjoyed the success of playing a couple of different positions. So, I mean, did you start out at quarterback first or wide receiver first?
I actually was my first year on varsity. I was a sophomore. I started at receiver, but I was the backup quarterback, and I was the kind of the next guy waiting in line when I was in high school. And after we had the guy name was Justin Roseborough. He was the starter at the time, and he was a senior when I was a sophomore. So after he left, that's when my final 2 years as a junior and senior, I became the starting quarterback.
Okay, okay. So now that your position as a wide receiver in the Canadian Football League, I mean, is that I mean, is that it? That is the position for you?
Yeah, like for my team, like I do a lot of multiple things. Like I've lined up at quarterback last year. I've lined up at running back. I lined up at receiver. So they kind of still use me in a lot of ways. That's multiple. Me and my offensive coordinator, we have a good relationship, and he trusts me to kind of do a lot of things. And he'll even let me put some input on the offense sometimes. Like I give him suggestions and things like that. So it's been pretty fun for me, especially to be able to open up my versatility and let my mind be expanded in the offense. So I really enjoy it.
So let me ask you this also, because we're dealing with a world of COVID, and this virus doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Canada is just one of those countries that seem to be really, really strict.
Right.
And as it relates to the NBA and baseball, I don't know if you were aware that in baseball, the team, the Blue Jays team up there, they wouldn't even allow them to play baseball there because they wouldn't let none of the teams from the USA to come up there. So, what are the restrictions like up there as it relates to COVID for the CFL?
So right now, like they're in the process of trying to figure it out. Like I said, we still have some time, so they're trying to, just trying to get things weeded out. And I know the vaccine has kind of come out the first like couple batches of it, so they're trying to, I guess, get everything weeded out because, like I said, we don't report until May. So it's
Okay.
still some time, and hopefully, the virus kind of gets a little bit under control to where we can kind of start doing something. But for at least this past year, the border has been closed to all Americans, and like there's been people who are Americans but like have lived in Canada for the last couple of years and have married people who live people Canadian citizens,
Okay.
and they like the Canadian person has been stuck on this side of the border, and the American person has not been able to come home to their spouse because of the border being shut down. So
Oh,
COVID,
wow.
COVID has affected people in more ways than you can even imagine.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, hopefully they can get it under control.
So, Braylon, let's just get to the big thing here this week. So, I mean, I know, are you planning to watch the Super Bowl this week?
Oh, definitely. I got to tune in. I actually started my own little sports podcast. I'm about 6 episodes in, so I've been tuned in to pretty much all the sports, and I'm
Okay.
definitely looking forward to the Super Bowl.
Braylon, you got to invite me, man. I know a little something. I could talk about it. I never played the game, so you don't. I mean, I can't help you there. Okay. I mean, I know a little something though. Okay.
Yeah, I was actually excited when she called me and hit me up about getting on the show because I'm a rookie when it comes to starting a podcast and starting a show. So I was excited to actually be able to
No,
get
you
get
you
you.
guys you guys are the best. You guys got the substance. You guys, I mean, you guys are out there. I mean, look, there's nothing better than being able to go out there and do what you do on the field, and then, get on the air, get your podcast and talk about it. Even with your teammates and other, even guys in the NFL. I just think that's cool. So many players are starting to do that now, and you guys got the bigger audiences. I think that's really cool. But I gotta ask. Okay, so let me start with. I mean, so who are the receivers that you like on the Buccaneers and the Chiefs?
Well, I feel like as far as well-rounded receiving core, I would say I like the Buccaneers core better with Mike, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Cameron Braid, Rob Gronkowski. Like they have a lot of guys, but as far as like pure home run hitters and pure explosiveness, I don't think there's a group that you can probably find in the history of the NFL like what the Chiefs have. They got
Mm,
Tyreek Hill, McCole Hardman, Sammy Watkins, and you bring in Brandon Pringle was playing last week
yeah.
when Sammy Watkins was out, and they got Travis Kelce. They just got so many guys that are home run hitters. So I think it's kind of hard for me to pick. I guess it would kind of matter what type of quarterback you have. You know what I mean? And I think these two quarterbacks that are going up against each other are two great guys, and one being the GOAT and one being the next guy up and the next guy in line. So I think it's going to be an exciting game to watch offensively, honestly.
Yeah, same here. I had a chance to talk with Mike Evans on Monday, and I mean, he was just as relaxed as anybody that I've ever seen. And like you said, the tight end position has become so popular. So even if him and Godwin are not the targets, and Brady has so many weapons. And same thing with uh, with Mahomes. I mean, there's just so many weapons that it's going to be pretty exciting now. Now, just a couple of minutes ago, I watched the weather forecast, and they are predicting about 80% chance of rain in this game. Does that change anything as far as who you were going to choose to win this game?
I I think it does maybe just a tad bit. I think these guys are so elite that you know the rain might affect it a little bit. I think when it comes to that part, I think the Bucks might have a slight edge. I feel like their running game is a tad bit better
Oh yeah,
than Chiefs. But I mean, the last couple of weeks, both of these guys have been playing really great defense, especially Tampa Bay. I was really shocked at how well they've been playing in the playoffs as far as defensively goes. I think Todd Bowles has been calling
oh
an
yeah,
amazing. I think he's putting some people on notice as far as maybe his name might be up for some head coaching in the future. But I think right now, if I had to lean towards somebody, especially with the news that it might rain, I would probably say Tampa Bay. It was already hard for me to bet against Tom Brady anyway, so I think that would make me even more comfortable to bet with Tampa Bay than Kansas City.
Yeah, so okay, so Tampa Bay becomes the first team to play at home, in the Super Bowl. I mean, that's just got to be an advantage that you can't, you have to take advantage of. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's going to be huge. They're going to be comfortable all week. They're going to be in their normal routines, living at home during the week, not staying in a hotel,
Right.
good home cooked meals. It's just a lot that goes into it that on that Sunday we might not think has played an effect, but Kansas City has to travel and go from having an advantage to playing in the snow every week, or not the snow, but in the cold every week in the playoffs, to now it's an even playing field, especially if it doesn't rain. Now it's 80, 70 degrees in Florida in February. It's an even playing field. So I think Tampa Bay will definitely have some advantages. Like I said, I think it's going to be an awesome, awesome game to watch, and I would recommend people to actually not bet on this game so they can enjoy it. Because I think it's going to be amazing.
Too late, Braylon. You know it's the Super Bowl, man. It's too late for that. Hey, Braylon, man, I really appreciate your time, man. I cannot wait for the CFL season to start because I'm going to be looking for you, brother. I'm going to be rooting for you, and I want you to continue the success you that you're having there, and all great things that are coming your way. You deserve them, and I'm looking forward to the season.
All right, man. I appreciate you having me, man. Stay safe out there.
All right, you too. Hey. Oh, yeah. One more thing. You since you're in Missouri City, you have to take all the barbecue that you can up to Canada because they don't have no barbecue up there.
Yeah, no, I've been trying to pig out a little bit before I get back into my heavy training regimen. So I think last week was probably my last week going super crazy with the food. So I'm definitely gonna miss it. That's one of the things when I am across in Canada. It's kind of tough because I'm like, man, I could use some Whataburger or some barbecue or some type of something. But it's all good in love.
All right, Bralon Addison, man. You take care, and we'll be talking to you soon, man.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, thanks a lot. All right, folks. Bralon Addison joining us here on the Mean Gene Show right here on iHeartRadio.